Just checking this thing. Come on, internet, do something. Just checking the audio of it. Alright, Grings. Another day in the universe, or whatever this is. Another day in the simulation. Yeah. Obviously, you can't always. Well, I guess you can see different versions of the future. You know, some are programmed to be obsessed with it. Yeah, I'll take it day by day, obviously. For now, always. Yeah, it's funny during the week. Then that's when things start to ramp up. Propaganda-wise, well, Russia had a volcano eruption, so that says something. Yeah, there might be some. I guess we'll see how that turns out. Yeah, who knows? Or just continue our dull existence. Hooray! Glad we came here. Somebody's got to do it, right? Come here to incarnate here to watch grass grow, watch paint dry. Yeah, watch a narcissist dance around and do whatever the hell that is. Build up karma. Yeah. Then their next life is a cockroach somewhere eating crap. That, whatever works for you, right? So there's a couple of things. If I remember everything. There's one scenario, of course, first off, yeah, the spiritual cliques that are out there. It's funny how, of course you have that in school, and you have that in work and all of this, the spiritual cliques. It's funny how they kind of create these realities, like school, like I imagine religion has it. Like we have the SSP clique, and we have, whatever, the 1% clique and all of that, and so on. Not to go into all the details. Yeah, it's like a little club, same old, scratch our back, we scratch your back, and it's just much not. I guess you join the club, then, you get punched, I guess, then they can help you economically, or you vice versa, whatever it is. Yeah. But it can also get into like a land of delusion at the same time. We some belief systems. And we're seeing that. It's been going on for thousands of years. Why would it stop? The new earth energies, and not to say there's not a new earth somewhere. I don't know. It's hard. You try to save this place, good luck with that. What is her name? Greta? Greta's trying to save the world. That's not going very well. I'm trying to save yourself. Of course, that's not that exciting, I guess, right? I see that. Yeah, but the spiritual cliques, is, it's ironclad there, isn't it? You can be completely wrong about everything. It doesn't fucking matter. Doesn't matter. So yeah, more power to you on that one. The other thing is, I'll probably put this in another parody video eventually. Kind of let that one cool for a while. But it's what is grow some legs. My channel's so blocked anyway. Not that it really matters. Not that anyone's gonna really see it. I know. I wonder what the hell am I doing this for? Well, they want me on this world for some reason. I guess it's painful. But the other thing is just observation. I softball a little bit. So you have someone that's like, getting up there in years. and it has some kind of, I guess, spiritual connections, and you have spiritual insight like anybody else, or intuition. But then they end up with a connection with somebody with a large audience within the spiritual community. And then, the ego that was always there, and or that was already there, and all of a sudden, you're the see all and be all of all alien info. And it's so toxic and arrogant. Like in the parody video I put in. But some of those that get older in life have no identity. They want to be remembered for something. And so, but it turns like an alien walled. I mean, first of all, you can't prove this shit anyway, which is hilarious. And this person is just shutting everybody down, shutting down channels. I thought I give a shit about this person. I'm not going into what I'm talking about, but it's in the parody video. Just basically a narcissistic psychotic, basically. I mean, you get older, you use your age, to manipulate the shit out of people. So it just shows the gullibility in society. It just shows how lost people are in the audience, if half of them are even real people at all. But either way, it sort of shows how lost people are. So, and they become toxic, and it's still it's like a ball of yarn. It's still kind of tangled mess. But then, all the spells and shit that's put out there, we put a lot of effort into manipulating the shit out of everybody, and it's working. It's like an alien grandmother or something of useless information, basically. Alien knowledge that you can't prove, and maybe it is real, but who cares? But just weaponize it, and any psychiatrist will see somebody like that. It's like, okay, you got issues. What's up with all the narcissism? What's up with that clique and all the narcissism? Well, that's been going on for thousands of years. Well, the world is. How are we gonna get to this new Earth? And how's that gonna? Is it gonna be like a new Earth and Narcissus? Is that both? If that's the case, we're on our way. Of course, the whole. I don't think the whole audience is narcissistic. I imagine there's quite a few though. So we're going to this narcissistic new Earth. Something to look forward to, right? Technically, we're already there, I guess, right? And it looks great. I guess if you live by the beach, that's where spiritual narcissism is at its peak. Because go on the beach and it looks nice. It looks like a new Earth. If you're in the woods somewhere, that might look like a new Earth. So anyway, that's the current. That's a perspective. Like I said, think about it. Somebody that's over the hill, that's getting older, wants to be known for something, and just becomes a see-all, be-all of alien knowledge, and just this is another psychotic. It's almost, I would say it's almost similar to, Charles Manson in some ways. Not dangerous, but mentally dangerous, with manipulation. It's very similar. It's sad, but I've seen like echoes of Charles Manson within other spiritual groups too. Yeah, we're just waiting for your Netflix documentary. The inside scoop of a psychopath. Like, was it the recent one? The lady that thought she was God or something like that, or channeling God, and then she died, and then they're carrying her corpse everywhere. It's like, oh, jeez. So that's the spiritual community. Not all, but there's pieces of it. It's not looking too good out there, is it? There's big egos that are out there. It's just fucking believable. It's just the spiritual leaders, whatever they call themselves. Like I said, the narcissists. They're just whatever. Man. It's just And the audience is so tapped. I think some of them are just so checked out. And some are warning, obviously, and you need to grab onto something, right? So grab on the secret space program that you can't prove physically, but you can tap into it, or if it comes through naturally, that's one thing. But then again, even that, it might be torture. Of course, that can also be delusion there too. It all depends. Fucking Archon being trying to fry your brain. Gets better and better, doesn't it? What's the end game? Is no, survive the survive reality. As exciting as it is, yeah, that's one thing about these spiritual belief systems that make life a lot more exciting. That's for sure. Especially SSP, it's like be a superhero. You have all the super guns and all that, whatever the hell it is. A mental mind game. That sounds exciting. It'll certainly just get you out of the dullness of existence. That's for sure. At the end of the day, it's welcome to Earth. Sad reality it is. Well, sure enough, like I say, the land of delusion, which many are, it seems. That's the place to be. But yeah, the other thing, yeah, of course, I talked about the beach. Yeah, it's getting away from all the clutter and evolve. Obviously, when you're here to evolve, it's only so much, so far you can go, because society is going nowhere. A good portion of it is, and you can't get too ahead. You can try to get ahead of yourself, but good luck with that. You have to. Your grass has to grow like everybody else's, slow, and you can't get. I mean, you guys can get tapped into. The thing is, when you try to tap into things you shouldn't be tapping into, then you get mentally attacked and everything, and then you end up. It can really mess you up at the same time. So if you get around the blockages, so I was just because of the spiritual, obviously in this, it's about trying to see the future. People are obsessed with that. That's brainwashing, basically. Trying to read into other people's energy and just thinking that's okay to spy on other people. I mean, there's some version of that for your own healing, but that can get kind of out of hand. There's some of that's healthy when you're trying to figure things out, but others are just literally trying to spy on others, which is not good. Spiritually, and that's, is a thing. So, and that can get sabotaged. It's like, what the hell are you doing tapping into people's fucking shit? What are you trying to do there? So, anyway. There's a lot of the spiritual community has to heal to, that's the spiritual community, to get to more peaceful connections, you could say. Clear out the clutter. Not as easy as it sounds. I'm trying to predict the future all the time and just trying to get ahead of further than you need to be. Take it day by day and just going with the flow and just let things happen naturally without trying to force anything. That's the thing about these spiritual podcasts. It's disgusting. Some of them, not all of them, some of them are just disgusting. But the ones I've thrown under the bus recently. Just like taking some spiritual event, it's gross, and it turned into entertainment. It's just disgusting. It's just gross. It's like, wow, that's kind of neat. It's just nasty. And they make shit up too because they have to, or wherever it's pulling out of their ass. What's his name? That's the solar flare comes and you get your superpowers. Sounds exciting. Obviously, there's a group out there. Once again, it beats reality, doesn't it? It's more exciting, right? And there's a huge following there. Gee, I wonder why. Yeah, to clear my throat too. Yeah, figures. Yeah. That says a lot about society, doesn't it? They need to be constantly entertained. They need to be something, the white hat, something to get them out of the reality, right? Damn, Dan. I mean, there's nothing wrong with entertainment, but you can get delusional and go somewhere that you don't need to go. So, well, whatever, dude. That's why they have music. I guess music's kind of dead these days, or everything's dead. Everything's dying. Yeah, AI is basically kind of copying everything of the past. Maybe a crappy copy of it. It just shows that the world is, coming to an end. Well, even like YouTube, when people are going back in the past talking about the stealth bomb, or going through all the or history events, it's like we're looking back. We're not really doing a whole lot nowadays anymore, and we're just going back and analyzing. There's nothing wrong with that, but it's like it just shows the world is kind of tying up loose ends. We're just waiting for the Big Bang or whatever the hell it is that's coming in. Who knows? So it's really hard to say where things are heading. Just can't worry about it. So yeah, spiritual maturity isn't with it. It's not. It's getting there is a whole other story. All right, connect to the higher self consciousness. That's something new. Earth consciousness of the bigger picture, I guess. Higher Earth, yeah, human consciousness on a higher level. Yeah, let's see where that goes. Otherwise, it's just a perspective. It's not going to save the world. It's not the winning lottery numbers. Yeah, just admit, the spiritual entertainment energy out there, I don't know, if someone can snap out of it, that's good. The rest is still kind of, kids. So, all right, blessings. Greetings. This is a higher state of consciousness for basically like the Earth's higher self, you could say. Well, some cannot get over their own ego. They don't even know it's there. The ego can also cause a major blockage. Some are, having difficulty seeing themselves due to life traumas. It's difficult to release, to make amends, to make peace. So they continue to run away. And it's basically us cutting out the bullshit. Is easier said than done. Clear out one's drama to find a little bit more peace, and with peace you'll find more of your inner tranquility. Basically, your inner child, also to heal it, but also to allow the inner child to connect you to your higher dimensional realms. It's not as easy as it sounds. Some do tap into higher dimensional energies, but they're so immature. They're still a kid. They haven't quite been able to handle the realms that they're tapping. Yes, you might be able to tap into the higher dimensions, but you have not exactly mastered this reality yet. Well, to understand why you're here, some run away from it. They run away from their lessons, be surprised. Well, they go through their mistakes, but then they don't heal them. And so they run around unhealed, looking for answers. And, when you're trying to bring some assistance to them, they don't want to hear it. You want to be healed, but tell me everything, tell me something I want to hear instead of what I need to hear. There's a lot of that going on. There's a lot of that happening. And when the ear is closed like that, the soul just runs around, figure out something to do. And it's very frustrating. They don't exactly leave the best frequency out there either. But that's up to them to, to calm down and heal themselves, or always put a bit more attempt into it. It's like a wounded animal sometimes runs around just feeling like they can heal themselves. And there might be some truth to that. But the healing doesn't mean it's always working out. It's like inner peace is difficult. Understand one's darkness, healing one's dark. Yes, their darkness is so intense, they have trouble seeing it, but they won't ignore it. I don't have darkness. I'm all light. Until someone just makes them mad. It's like, oh, that's what you're keeping in their silence. It's like the gun under the bed or under the seat. So everything's fine until someone pisses me off. And then we have a whole different version of it. The idea is to heal that version, but sometimes you have to fall many times. It's up to the individual to really, make some inner peace work, but they're not usually one to hear that. And the spiritual ego is, some create realities. They want to be loved by others, so they create. And it's hard to believe it. Create a false reality, a false light. But they see others enjoy it, and they just keep on creating it. It just becomes an addiction, and they can't get out of it. So it's, once again, they don't want to break the bubble. Why would you? So, and be surprised how many are those that do have platforms to speak the truth and then just give you all their drama instead. Technically, it is truth. It's inner turmoil that they have. They're having trouble making peace with themselves. They want to feel like they're right all the time. And some are living paranoid lives and just don't want to heal. Want to be right about everything. But healing is not in the cards. Not when you're trying to prove yourself to everyone, or somebody trying to prove themselves to themselves. But yeah, they go on until their gas is out, until they run out of power. So they wear themselves out. They can have their own truth. It might be distorted. But to them, it's truth. And there might be some truth there, but also a lot of it's inner turmoil. Some of you might have seen that. We're not going to go into details of all of it, but inner turmoil is not the easiest thing to heal. Some cannot heal it. They need other lifetimes. Like, it's been so traumatized. They can heal, but it's not as much fun as for just running away from the problem than to clear it. Well, also, if it was a dramatization that some may have gotten used to, or they're just dramatic all the time, spiritually dramatic, it puts a spell out there. They get addicted to it. Addicted to drama. They lie to themselves a lot. Those that are speaking their distorted truth. But to them it is the truth. Traumatized truth. Yes, bringing realities that nobody needs. But it comes through anyway. And why is this that? Well, it's a lesson for others to, snap out of it. If there's a lot of reasons for it. Well, sometimes those souls sell themselves out and they still have a platform. Yeah, they sell a piece of themselves out to the universe, to the highest bidder. They can keep their following the way it is, but then they're complaining about it, arguing about it. That's the secret government they're talking about. The ones they sold themselves out to, energetically. So they might have some insider spiritual connections there, yeah, because they're the ones that sold a piece of themselves to it. So there might be some galactic knowledge there to some level. Doesn't mean it's accurate. But it is, it's distorted reality. So, Just just clear out the clutter and just ride the wave, you can say. So, and for connecting to your higher energies, even the aliens have to wait, but it doesn't mean you have to wait forever, but live in the moment the best you can and clear out all of these spiritual modalities people are forcing on you. So, right, blessings.